Hello, everybody. It's Naughty Nan. Dice. How's everybody today? Good, I hope. Got something stuck on my craw. I want to get it out. It's driving me mental. But anyway, read a news story about this wonderful bunch of drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race, but the Canadian edition, that we're going to come across. They're coming across Canada, doing a tour, trying to help out kids in high school. Troubles, woes, whatever. But mostly the LGBTQ kids. So they're coming across in drag, and man, do they dress. They dress for success, them girls, let me tell you. But anyway, Llewellyn didn't want them there. They canceled the show because they said it wasn't part of the curriculum. Well, you know what? Sometimes if you're teaching teaching kids stuff, you have to go outside the box and go outside your curriculum. You know what I mean? There's a pretty big gay population in the town I'm in, and I think you better get with it because you're hurting a lot of kids. You really are. You're not giving them the information they need. I know the guidance counselors out there are doing their best. But anyway, this is my take on what's going on. So I just want to know, what's wrong with drag? What's wrong with it? Some people seem to think what's wrong with it is that all the LGBTQ kids should all go back into their closets and into the underground clubs like they had in the 30s and 40s. If they had their way, that's where drag performers in the LGBTQ would exist. Out of sight, out of mind. Well, I think they should be out loud and proud. That's what I think. Now, most people don't have an opinion one way or another about drag performers or about LGBTQ at all. They don't care. They don't care what I had for supper last night. Now, they know the LGBTQ kids exist. They know drag exists. Just as they know I probably ate food last night. That's how important it is. About 85% of the population don't give a rat's ass one way or another. Let people be people. Go live your life. These communities are not interfering in your life whatsoever, but you're taking it upon yourself to get into their face. And I think that's wrong. You can have your opinion, but you don't have to be that hateful about it. You really don't. Now, drag performers, they come in from all walks of life. There's rich performers out there that have thousands of dollars for their gowns and stuff. And you've got kids from the other side of the tracks, like Chi-Chi DeVane, God rest her soul. She had nothing, but she was out there. She had everything that she had was right in here. And she had the biggest heart this side of Texas, I'm telling you. Drag is a performance, people. It's like a variety show. There's nothing sinister going on. If you think they're out there trying to do stuff to your children, the way they're tucked and corseted, I'm pretty sure they can barely walk. My opinion. But anyway, out there, there's straight people doing drags, both men and women. There's lesbians that do drag. There's gay men that do drag. And there's trans that do drag. And some folks, I know you aren't going to believe this, but some people actually have said to my face, "Are you a drag queen?" And trust and believe, everybody, I am so flattered. I truly am. But I'm not that talented. I'm just saying. Now, the tour is called Courage Across Canada, and it's a celebration of the resiliency of the queer, trans, and non-binary folks across Canada. Now, these queens are going into high schools to tell their stories about their strength and courage, how they dealt with stuff, how much they've grown, and just to let these kids know that there is hope on the other side of the tracks. There really is. There is hope. It's not always going to be bad. And these queens are here to do a good job. I've actually seen a few of their shows. Lemon, I love you. But anyway, yeah, they're out there to talk to these kids who on the daily are facing hate from friggin' strangers and violence. I mean, this shit's got to stop, people. Leave people alone and let them be people. That's my big thing. And they're also trying to help these kids that have been put out on the street by their own parents. You know, some of these kids thought they were loved and stuff and felt safe enough to come out and tell their parents. That's a big thing. I know it's a huge thing. So when they come out, they have to feel pretty safe to do that. Only to get shown the door? That hurts my heart. But anyway, one young fella told me that there was a big family party. He actually lived with us for a little bit. There was a big family party. And before he went to bed that night, his mom gave him a hug and said, "Oh, you are so talented. I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much." Well, the next day, he thought, well, that went well last night, so today's the day. Talked to his parents, and he said, "I'm gay." his father looked him straight in the eye and he said, "You pack your shit and get the fuck out of my house." So he went from their house to mine. Now, I have 2 LGBTQ kids. They were bullied by fellow students. They were bullied by teachers, a couple principals, and of course, strangers on the street. Like those good Christian people, you know the ones. But anyway, I used to have kids stay at my house for as long as they wanted. My husband and I told them they had to follow the same rules that my kids did. And if they did that, they were free to stay. But if they didn't want to follow the rules, highways that way. That's all there was to it. There was no more I could do for them. They used to call my house the Stray Gay Hotel. Just saying. So anyway, why do people think drag's so bad? It's a performance like any other. It's like a variety show. Would y'all feel better if the performers were all straight cisgendered men or straight cisgendered women? Would that make you feel better? Like a Halloween night every night? Just saying. How many straight men have I seen on Halloween dressed as a girl? Drag, D-R-A-G, yeah, for Halloween. And how many of those straight men are trolling queer bars all over the place, saying, "Don't tell my wife," and keeping boyfriends on the down low and making them their dirty little secret? How many straight men are doing that? And how many of them are Christians? Just want to know that. But anyway, why the fuck do you believe that they're all of a sudden, because they dress in a dress and they go out and they perform? Some of them are fabulous, fabulous. Why do you insist that they are pedophiles and groomers? Did you know that 95% of pedophiles and groomers are straight white men? Did you know that? 4% are straight people of color, and less than 1% are from the gay community or the drag community. Less than 1%. That should give your head a little shake, shouldn't it? But anyway, a lot of these ones, church people out there, are your youth pastors. They're your kids' coach. That's right. And maybe you'll have a second thought when you see Santa Claus and putting your kids on Santa's lap. Just saying. Or how about those mascots? Better hope they're vetted. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, why don't you just pay attention to your own goddamn Bible instead of shoving it down everybody else's throat, like Luke chapter 6, verse 31. Treat other people like you want to be treated. How about that? Now, there is a special place under hell for you people, because you're supposed to be, we're all God's people. And he's going to be some goddamn pissed when he finds out that you're treating his people like shit and tormenting them. I'm just saying. So you only take your Bible should be about this goddamn thing. You know that? Because you only use about 25 verses out of it when it suits you. So I want you to take your big, bigoted ideas and your Bible, and I want you to shove it up your arse sideways. That's what I want you to do. God bless. Naughty Nana loves you. Have a good one.